Hey there, everybody! We're going mad with Dungeons and Dragons Waterdeep Dungeons of the Mad Mage board game by Wizkids. Alright, everybody, and welcome to We Roll Dice. As I said, today we're going to take a look at Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage board game for Dungeons and Dragons made by Wizkids. Now, one of the greatest things about these board games is the amount this thing weighs a ton, by the way, is the amount of miniatures you get. 43 plastic miniatures, heroes and monsters included, is the large Death Tyrant. It's crazy. That Death Tyrant, as you can see there, that beholder, that Death Tyrant sold individually is somewhere around the $70 Canadian mark, which is crazy. As well, I'm pretty sure that there, it's hard to see, but I'm pretty sure that's the Mad Mage himself, Alastair. Anyways, let's open this up. We'll take a look. Get rid of some of the glare here. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you all to like and subscribe. And if you really want to help me out, share this video. Share some of the other videos. We are well on our way to getting our subscribers up. But it always helps. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, role-playing games in general, cover just about everything you can roll the dice. A lot of unboxings for Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, all the rest. But anyways, enough of the plug. Let's take a look at this box. Beautiful artwork. Same artwork that is in the 5th edition adventure. And if you don't know what the Dungeon of the Mad Mage is, it is delving underneath Waterdeep into what is known as Undermountain. One of the biggest Dungeons and Dragons dungeon crawl style adventures. It's a fantastic classic adventure. Classic. Look at the side of the box there. At Alastair, you can see here it says the games take approximately 60 minutes to play, ages 14 and up, 1 to 5 players. D&D adventure system, cooperative game. And again, now, so heavy. We'll look at the back. Plagued by dreams of madness, journey to Undermountain and join in the adventure of a lifetime. In the Waterdeep Dungeons of the Mad Mage board game, you play as a heroic adventurer. With amazing abilities, spells, and magic weapons, you must delve into the depths of Undermountain, where you will contend with strange and dangerous creatures, avoid devious traps, and discover treasure. Are you ready for adventure? Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage board game features classic dungeon crawling action and heroically fun quests designed for a single player or cooperative group of 2 to 5 players. Each quest can be played in an hour or less. So, single player game even. Interesting. You get 40 illustrated interlocking dungeon tiles, 43 plastic heroes and monsters, including the large Death Tyrant. You get the rule book, the adventurer book, 228 cards, 380 markers and tokens, and a 20-sided dice. Stones not included. I love it because it's all on these stones. But, fantastic. Main thing that I'm interested in, really, for this, is as fun as the game may or may not be, is the 43 plastic heroes and monsters. Because if you were going to run the 5th edition Dungeons of the Mad Mage, many of the monsters within here translate over to that board game. Or translate over to that adventure. Sorry, this is the board game. But, get some weight on this. There we go. Okay, so, as a quick look, I'm going to set this aside. And there they are down there. I was like, am I missing the tiles? No, they're all there to be punched out later. But okay, let's take a quick look. So, first and foremost, our baggie of book. Is it books or book? I can't tell. And here we have, there's the figure sheet. So you can see there, nasty glare, but Shadow, a Grung, Intellect Devourer, Grung Elite Warrior, Behor Hag, Thug Leader, Veteran Leader, Flying Sword, Veteran, Thug, Beholder Zombie, Scaladar, Death Tyrant, Torobriand, cool, Halaster Black Cloak, excellent, Acteria, Muriel, Zalthuro Shadow Dusk, a Grey Ooze, Desimir Shadow Dusk, and then your heroes. So you have your Paladin, your half-elf Cleric, your Tiefling Fighter, Human Sorcerer, and Gnome Rogue. Excellent. Now, I'll see if I can get these books out of this bag. There we go. So here, as it shows, you have your adventure book and your rule book. So I'm not going to do any spoilers by going through the adventure book. But with the rule book, pretty simple, straightforward. You get table of contents there. Introduction, how to win the game. Game setup. Dungeon stacking. Player setup. Each player has its own pre-made card. Now this is 5th edition. As far as the look here, that's like the way they do the 5th edition logo. So I wonder how different this is to, say, the Curse of Strahd, which I also have, which was a 4th edition looking logos. So then you got your encounter decks, experience points, your treasure decks, your trap decks. Excellent. And so you can keep track of the adventure. And so you can pick this up here. You can see it's got your gold pieces and your item and inventory availability. So you can just keep it going. I wonder, yes, right there, playing the campaign. So you can play through as a campaign. We recommend playing through adventures 1 to 13 in order with the same heroes. This experience will be rewarding even beyond that of playing a single standalone adventure, especially if you can round out the same group of players each time. When you play the campaign, the following simple rules apply. Excellent. Oh, and you have your town actions going back to town. Oh, I've seen this more and more in games like, you know, Massive Darkness and Zombicide and stuff. So then the adventure book, as I said, not going to really go too far into it, but it says here, if this is your first game, use the power cards suggested below for your hero. Once you're more familiar with the game, you can choose your own power cards. It's just like your stats, like your feats and things as such. So there's all the different adventures. Again, not too much of a spoiler. And here we have the cards. Big stack of cards. So you can see here's like one of the powers. Cleric, at will power. Whirling Spear. Spinning his spear around himself, Cormac fends off attacks while counter-attacking. So it's attack one adjacent monster, hit or miss, and your hero gains a +1 bonus to AC until the start of your next turn. That's the style of it, is an attack at +7, doing 1 point of damage. So there we go. So your stack of cards, excellent. And then the minis. So these miniatures are unpainted, but they are the same molds, I do believe, as if you got the Dungeons of the Mad Mage box. Now they feel like a softer plastic, which is understandable. So here you can see it's Scaladar. So take a look at that, but I just want to show you. Here is one that came in the blind booster boxes. If you haven't seen that yet, go check out my video, Dungeon of the Mad Mage unboxing of the booster boxes. But you can see here, I mean, this one's a little stiffer than this. I mean, the Scorpion itself feels a bit the same, but this Lightning is a lot softer with this. Still excellent miniature. You can see exact same size. Everything about it, the exact same mirrored image. All right. So this is an excellent way to get it. Now, as far as the price goes, I think it's selling for approximately $95 Canadian. So for all these miniatures and tokens, and you can use the tiles for so much. So let's take a look once again at these minis. I think these are the heroes. Let's see if I can get my hands in here. Empty these out. Okay, a little bit of bent sword. First thing I'm noticing is, yes, it's a little bit softer plastic, but the detail is fantastic. The detail is the exact same as the, oops, let's see if we can get that to focus. The exact same as the pre-painted. It's not wanting to focus anyways. Oh, there's a good mage there. Yeah. And lastly, the halfling, it's the, Gnome Inquisitor. Or is it? Yeah, Gnome Inquisitive. Magnifying glass and whatnot. Excellent. Then, of course, you get your 20-sided dice. And what do we have here? Oh, excellent. This is hilarious. I didn't realize you would get so many. Let's take a look here. The intellective hours. So many intellective hours. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of wish those were rust monsters. 6 of those. We've got 2 of the flying swords. We have more of these grungs, the elite warriors. Oh, that's 3 flying swords. Wow. 4 of these grung warriors. Like the intellective hour, again, it seems so tiny compared to the old models, but there's a pre-painted one. So they are the same size. Same with the flying sword. Now this flying sword is a little stiffer, and you have the translucent piece to make it look like it's flying in comparison to these. But you can just paint that up, look like a blue swoosh, or just make it black. Anything along those lines. Okay. Excellent. Now some big purple minis. What are these ones? Let's take a look. Oh, excellent. I do not have Trobriand. Do not have this. That's a great mini. Casting off like a fireball. Fantastic. Now I do have one of these already painted up. Muriel. Yep. Scorpion guy warrior. There we go. And then more of the purple minis. I like how they color coded it with the blue for the heroes and everything else. So here we go. We have our gray ooze. Excellent. Salazar Shadow Dusk. Again, I have this one in a pre-painted. There he is. Excellent. Hallister Blackcloak. Fantastic. You can see it's got like the slot at the bottom, which I'm pretty sure that's what this goes when he's casting his spell. Look at that. I like it. Fantastic miniature. Now I have her already as well in the pre-painted. Bacteria. And who is this? Right. Desmere Shadow Dusk. Didn't have this one. There we go. Okay. So many miniatures. So many. What do we got in this bag? Wow. Okay. 2 Beholder zombies. Excellent. And again, I have the pre-painted one, but you can see they are the exact same. Exact same. And the Death Tyrant. Excellent. This one I'm looking forward to. Now the pre-painted one I would have rather had, because all this is like all translucent, so it makes these look like they're glowing. There we go. And another excellent bag of miniatures. Let's see what we have here. So it comes with 3 shadows. That's good, because I like having multiple shadows for encounters. It comes with 3 of the Behur Hag. And have like a coven. This one, the arm's a little crooked, but that's okay. I like it. Okay. We have a veteran leader. I do have this in the pre-painted as well. That's good. That's good. And our last bag of miniatures. Get these out so we can see all of them. What do we have in our last bag? 1, 2. So we have 3 of our veterans. Excellent. And we have 1 thug leader. Like, the detail on these are really still really good. Might be fun to paint. And then we have 3 thugs. Excellent. So if you're looking for a really cheap way to get a lot of miniatures all at once, I'm going to have to say that I think this is an excellent way to do it. Now, I know $100 right off the bat might seem like a lot to drop, but not really when you consider the amount of stuff that you get. So, again, let's just move all that so it's in frame. That's a lot of miniatures right there. 43 miniatures. And the dice. And then on top of all that, clear out of the way. On top of all that, we also get a nice carrying case when it comes to putting the game away. Oh, but here's the majority of the weight, the tiles. So, you can see lots of different tokens. We're going to open this up, take a quick look inside. Maybe. There we go. So as a quick look inside, you can see all these tiles, they interlock like puzzle pieces. So not only, I mean, the tokens are very handy when it comes to just quickly marking different things, which you could use in your role-playing games quite easily. You also get all of these dungeon tiles. We can get that to focus on the tiles without too much glare. All these dungeon tiles, which in your role-playing games you can set up. They're all done in the 1-inch grid for your movement. They are not double-sided. You see they're blank on the one side because you kind of shuffle them and put them in a stack and pull them out randomly for the board game. There is a lot of dungeon tiles here. Narrow corridors. You got your three-way intersections. Now, obviously, a lot of these, they have these special markers on them for use in the board game. But again, you could use these and set these all up to be used in your tabletop RPGs. Nice ones here. Hallister's Ruins. Cavern of Ooze. Excellent. But again, like even just have these ones like these stun counters in the weekend and stuff that you can just put out even in your tabletop role-playing games. Wall of Eyes, Flame Jets, Howling Guardian, Teleport Glyph. I'm liking these. I'm liking these. I'll have to see. What does the Depths 1000 gold recharge? What those mean? We have all sorts of different. And here we go. Here's our characters. So you can choose from these to play. You can see it gives their armor class hit points, their speed, which is how many squares, their surge value, which is like when you heal yourself. Use your healing surge. There's a certain amount of healing surges that you get per game. There we go. In the back of those. Because here, we'll pop one out. Why not? So the Gnome Rogue. So you'll see there's at level 1 with the stats. And then when you kill monsters on the monster cards, there's experience points. You trade in those experience points to raise yourself to level 2. As far as I know, you can only ever get up to level 2 in the board game. There we go. The false Halaster. Excellent. Let me see his real side. Nope. There we go. It's fantastic. There we go. Arcturia Undead. And there is Halaster Blackcoat. Pause there if you want to read his stats. Anyways, there we go. Lots of different tokens there as well. And here. Big fan of having easy tokens. Sometimes my memory is not so good. There we go, and all your hit points. Let's see if we can get this to focus, and your stunned and your disadvantaged tokens. And your advantage tokens, again, fantastic for the tabletop. Mirror Gate, Eternal Well, love it. Archgate, Shadow Dusk Hold. So there we are. That is everything that you get in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage board game made by Wizkids. So tell me, is this the kind of thing that you would pick up, even if just for your tabletop role-playing games? Do you think that a set like this for $95 Canadian is worth it? Leave that in the comments down below. Another D20 to add to my collection. Let me know. Has Wizkids done a fantastic job with these games? Would you play these games as a standalone? Would you use the tiles in your tabletop RPGs? Or the tokens? Or how about the fact that you get so many Beholder or Beholderkin in this set? I mean, right there, the cost of if you bought these individually, let alone Halaster. Can't wait to get some paint on these guys. But until then, just have fun with it.